Here I am. Hi. Today is, oh my God, it's December 20th. That's right. Almost, how many days? 5 days till Christmas, 4 days till Santa comes. So now let's see. Oh, what happened here? Okay. So, hello. My name is Tori Chrisman, aka Tori Magoo 44. Hey, Crystal. Hi. Good morning. How are you? It's midnight with Magoo here. And hi, Gypsy. Merry Christmas to everyone. It's true. And happy Hanukkah. It's all on the same day. How great is that? Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Gypsy. Gypsy 1. All right. Anyway, it's good to see you guys. Hi, Verity. It's good to see you guys. I'm still getting used to I have a new laptop thanks to many people who chipped in and helped me get it. Crystal, I'm watching my grandsons play. Aw, cute. Now, someone from Ohio, the same lady that sent me Christmas thanks from the Ohio Purple Puppy, needed a friend. So thank you to Jody and Rand. And they sent me, I'll show you. So I don't know if you can see him up there, but here's the purple one. Can you see him? He doesn't look purple now. Wait, let's see. I guess I have to put him back here. Here he is, purple. And here's his little buddy that she sent. Isn't it cute? So cute. I opened her up and she just popped out with all these ears and legs, and very fun. So they have each other to hang with. So that's good. So anyway, I'm watching my grandsons play. Oh, how fun. I've heard it's really great being a grandparent, that it's the best. Hi, Janet. So how are all of you? Are you all ready for Christmas? Hi, Witness. I know, isn't it cute? Really cute. This one's, I don't think this is a bunny. It's just kind of a little bear. That's my purple bear. And then she said he looked kind of alone by himself. So she got him this bunny. Very cute. Very, very cute. I've been into stuffed animals since I was a little kid. And then, of course, when I left Scientology, I lost all my friends and my husband of 26 years because he stayed in. So I got a whole bunch more of them to be my buddies, so I didn't feel so alone. Oh, my bad. A bear and a bunny. That's right. That's okay. It's okay. It's cool. Well, anyway, it's chilly out here. We're going to, so we haven't been protesting that much because it's really cold here at night. And it gets cold fast. It's like 5 o'clock, the sun goes down and it's cold. Hi, AZ Crimson. All right, cool. It's good to have all you guys here. The purple matches you in every way. I know. I'm a purple girl. And I got my nails done today, so you can see them. I don't know if you can see them really well. You can't really see them. No, you can't. You can't really see. I don't know why it doesn't show up. But they're really red. If you see them, let me see if I turn off the light, maybe. Let's see if you can see them here. They still look kind of orangey here. They're really red. They're really a very cool red. Anyway, I got them done for fun. So there you go. And I'm going to see my son tomorrow night, so that's fun. And I saw Spanky tonight. We're watching The Bad Sisters on one of the cable channels. Really good series. Really, really good. All right. So I wanted to go over with you guys Scientology, The Vital Targets by L. Ron Hubbard. Now, this is going to show you, this is a really old policy letter. See? You can't really see it too well, but there you go. That's it. It's like super, super old. And wait till you hear this. I mean, this is so Scientology. Hi, Nail Tech Sherry. It's 18 degrees in Chicago. Ooh, I don't envy you. I really don't. But you probably got snow, or you will soon if you don't have it now. One of the most fun things in Chicago is when it snows on Christmas. Oh, it's the best. It's just the best. Okay, so I'm going to read to you. This is by L. Ron Hubbard. The vital targets on which we must invest most of our time. Now, this is Hubbard wrote this. Number one, depopulizing the enemy to a point of total obliteration. We're the enemies. So total obliteration. Now, target two, taking over the control or allegiance of the heads of or proprietors of all news media. So that's just a little link to the news media that maybe you guys could pass around. You know, it's like taking over the control or allegiance of the heads or proprietors of all news media. That's pretty heavy, don't you think? Okay, three is taking over the control or allegiance of key political figures. Way to go, old L. Ron Hubbard. So they're probably in our government. You know, I know Bruce Wiseman was running a women's thing in it. That's the one thing I know. But they probably have more. And then, okay, and then target four is taking over the control or allegiance of those who monitor international finance and shifting them to a less precarious finance standard. That's pretty heavy for a church or people trying to be a church. Question, how do Scientologists justify all the crazy things LRH says? Did they think that he never said any of those crazy things? No. But remember, when we got in, I got in 1969, there was no internet. You had no, I mean, you would read this stuff, but it was sort of like, first of all, a lot of people don't read this stuff because they don't do the administration stuff, so they don't read it. But secondly, even the crazy, you know, either move along or take off. You know, that was his thing. Get with the program and be a Scientologist or move along. And so because you like the people, we would stay. That's really my view of it. Okay, the target five is generally revitalizing the societies in which we are operating. Sure, they really are doing that. And target six, winning overwhelming public support. And that they are just killing, you know. And then target seven is use all other similar groups as allies. So they'll use anything, they will. And this is HCOPL, which is a Hubbard Communications Office Policy Letter, 16 February 1969. That's when it was actually written. Target, and it's under target defense. So anyway, and there's like an original old copy of it. But I wanted to go over it with you guys just to show you how crazy they are. I know you know they are, but hey, Tori, did you get my email with Maria? No, I didn't get it. I didn't. Did you send it to ToriChristman44@gmail.com? Because I didn't get it. But the one thing that helps me get it is if you put the YT, like YouTube, and then it stands out. Can you send it again? Try it again. Because I did get it. No. These targets seem to encompass LRH's wish list. Yeah, I know. Crazy. And hi, 49ers for life. I'm thinking about trying to take a stress test and play dumb. No, don't. It's It's really, really not worth it. I've been through this with a lot of people who want to try and take it. I mean, first of all, for what? So, it's kind of like, I just don't recommend it because they are good at what they do on this. And you don't want to get snagged up in that. I mean, I know you wouldn't, but why waste your time? You can go online and take one of those tests. They have this very similar tests online. You can take them if you really want. Username unknown. Yes, it was sent. Okay. Well, thank you for sending it. I'm sorry I didn't get it, but I'll keep. Okay, you'll try again. Okay, good. Thank you, because I'll keep looking. I will. But think about it. Let's talk about each one of these. So the first one is depopularizing the enemy to a point of total obliteration. Now, who are the enemy? Anyone that says anything against the Church of Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard, or David Miscavige, the Sea Org, or any of their front groups, of which they have many now. I mean, the ones that I know and when I was in, they had were Narconon, Criminon. Narconon's supposed to handle drug education. We got that kicked out of all of California while I was out. Criminon, which is supposed to handle the guys in prison with Way to Happiness. That was an epic fail. Narconon, Criminon, Applied Scholastics, which is supposed to help people in schools, and the schools don't want it, that I know of. But I'd say to the parents, check and see in your schools. Just ask them if they're using any L. Ron Hubbard tech at all, anything. Just had to stop in, Tori. Hi, Sieglin. Thank you for stopping in. Totally not worth it. The mailing list alone is crazy bananas. True. And hi, Karen. Yep, to destroy utterly. I know. I mean, when you think of that, you really get how weird they are. Witness, yeah, I'm not going to. Okay, good. I'm glad you're not. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people who've wanted to do that, and the few who have, it hasn't gone well. It isn't like they joined, but it just didn't go well. It wasn't. Isn't this cool the way this thing moves when I move? I really like that. Like if I move like this, woo! Anyway, I'm having fun with it. So there you go on that. The second one is taking over. This is a big one. Taking over the enemy no, I already said that. Taking over the control or allegiance of the heads or proprietors of all news media. That's pretty big to have a church have that as their goal. I mean, I can't even imagine it. I really can't. I never read this when I was in Scientology. So like, these are kind of things I've read since I got out. Somebody gave me a copy of it, but I never read it when I was in. And I don't know if I would have stayed when I was in. I probably would have, just because I liked the people. That's a lot of people stay because of their friends. You make friends right away. And a lot of Scientologists are pretty cool people. They were in the day. These guys that I run into are kind of like Nazis. So it's a different thing, but you're not really seeing the public. You're mostly seeing Sea Org. And those guys are not really in good shape. They're just not. And if you're in the Sea Org, all you have to do is open the door and walk out. Give me a call. I'll come get you. I will if you're here in LA. Okay. I sent the email now. Check it later. Okay, I will. I absolutely will. And did you send me an email that I can email you if it didn't come to me? That would help. I would like to see LRH versus Rupert Murdoch. I don't know. Yeah, I know. They're both pretty bad. They are. We're in for a wild ride, that's for sure. Wandering Wombat. All right. Saw your camera on live. Had to stop in to say hello. Oh, hi. And if you haven't I think you're subscribed, but if you're not, for anybody, make sure you're subscribed because that moves everything up the algorithms, from what I understand. And hi, Kim White. How are you? How's everything going? Are you guys all ready for the holidays? I mean, you don't have much time. It's crazy. I mean, it really is. This has just been kind of a different Christmas than usual for me. Yes, buckle up. 2025 is coming up. I know it is. I made my first appointment today in 2025. And guess what it was for? Something very vital, my nails. But anyway, I got a bunch of plans for 2025, but not tons. That was a mistake. Nancy Maney and I realized that years ago. We would make these big, long things that we had to do during the year, and we'd never get any of them done. And so she told me one year she just decided to floss her teeth. And she said it really worked great, because it's just one simple thing to do, or like 1, 2, or 3, something like that. Yeah, your nails start for the year. That's right. Look pretty. All right, so the next one is taking control of or allegiance of key political figures. Now think about that. Key political figures, they want to take control of that. This is L. Ron Hubbard, and they're still following this stuff. I'm a notorious procrastinator. I have all gifts but 2, nothing wrapped yet. Ditto. Exactly. I got them, but I don't have them wrapped. The lady that did my nails today has 35 nieces and nephews and kids. And she's got all the gifts bought. And, well, she did say her husband and son helped her wrap them. So that was good. But 35, that's a lot. Okay, Tori Magoo 44, hello and good morning, Tori. Hi, Kim. Thank you. All right, so then target 4 is taking over the control or allegiance of those who monitor international finance and shifting them to a less precarious finance standard. Now that's kind of spooky, isn't it? Wrapping occurs on Christmas Eve. Oh, that's different. I know everybody's got their own system for the holidays, how they do them. This year, I usually put up a tree and lights and decorations every year of my life. And this year, I just didn't feel like it. I think it's because Thanksgiving and Christmas were so close. They're just so close. So this year, my son said, a couple of years, I've just gotten a tree from Trader Joe's. So that's what I did. I went to Trader Joe's and I got these trees. I got a tree and decorated it. And in a couple of days, I'll show it to you. But it looks cute. It really does. It's little. I think I put a picture on there. But anyway, it's little, but it's fun. Thank you, Lord69Z. I love you too. Been watching you since the early 2000s and Xenu TV days. Wow, that is really cool. I hope you subscribed here so you keep watching. It's really important to me to stay in touch with all of you guys. And thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting me. It really makes a difference. I don't know if people get how important their communications are on a YouTube site, but they really are. They're huge, because without you guys, people wouldn't be doing YouTube sites. That's all there is to it. Okay, now wait. Somebody else here. Heart Healer 44. Hi. Are you doing anything special for the holidays? I'm generally doing a couple things. I'm going to see my son and have dinner with him. And I'm not going to tell when, but I am. And then I am going to be with Spanky and another friend on Christmas Day. We're going to go out to dinner. And I've got some other things. If one of my friend Andrew, who turned me on to Jessica Palmadessa, who is never in Scientology, but he's a great critic. He's really fun. And he and I and a few friends are going to go out and look at lights. We do that kind of every year. And there's so many cool lights out this year. Do you guys have cool lights in your area? I know in Chicago you do. I've been watching you. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. All right, so Target, back to this. Let's see, societies in which. Okay, Target 5 is generally revitalizing the societies in which we are operating. Now, see, that is a goal that a lot of people think Scientology is doing. They think and they're told that we're really helping the police or the school system, or we've got Narconon in all of the schools in California. Hey, thank you, Lord 69Z. I appreciate that. Super sticker. Oh, wait, that's right. I got to put it up here. Wait, hang on. There you go. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. That's totally new for me. Because you've watched me for a long time. And, 24, probably 23 years, I never made anything on YouTube. So, but I still loved it. And I love the people that, help support me. So I really appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. Thank you, Witness, for acknowledging them too. So anyway, the last one, winning overwhelming public support. Way to go on that one, Osa. You guys couldn't be farther from public support. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, everywhere I go, I talk to people. Today, when I got my nails done, I talked to the lady next to me, and she said, "Oh yeah, no, I would never." Everyone that I ever talked to now, they're like, never. It's really changed, because when I first escaped out in 2000, people were like, "Well, it's a religion, and you have to respect their, that." I try to explain to them it's like the Truman Show, and a lot of people got it. If you saw the Truman Show, you get it. Okay, now wait, hang on. Thank you very much, Lord 69Z. You deserve all the support. Thank you, Heart Healer. I crack you up. Hey, you cracked me up when we went down that thing. We went out to meet Lovett and Sophie, and that was funny. I made a video about it. Whatever happened to Mark Bunker? Well, what do you mean? He's doing good. He's working on AI. So that's basically what he's working on. And make sure to go over and say hi to him, because he's a guy who has also contributed for years, and he was never even in Scientology. And he's interviewed probably more people than anybody ever. I'm pretty sure. Most of the interview, well, maybe Leah and Mike now have interviewed probably as many as he has, or maybe more. Ooh, look at my lights. Wow, that changed. Now what happened there? I don't know. I can't see. Now look, it goes dark. I can't quite tell how this computer works. Bunker has his own cult now, Lord. Great cult videos. I know, Bunker is a great guy. He really is. He's the only one who won't admit that he is great. And, I tell him, I go, you got to give yourself a break. He's kind of hard on himself. So you guys got to go over there once in a while and tell him you love him. It'll help him. It will. Because he's like, Mark Bunker is so engaging. Yeah, he is. He's a character. He really is. It was funny because, I had met him when I was in Scientology. And then I woke up and it was Bob, Stacy, and Jesse who I talked to going from LAX to Tampa. They helped me get that transition. And then that night I think the next day I met Mark Bunker. Yeah, that was it. I met him the next day as a person who was out. And he was like, woohoo! It was really fun. The song "What Are Your Crimes?" Mark is hilarious. I know, it really is. It really is. He's funny. Wasn't Mark running for a political office? He ran for political office. He was a city commissioner for 4 years. And then he ran again, and Scientology stole a lot of his signs and, whatever. He didn't get reelected the second time. Okay, now let me see. Every time I think of Bunker, I always think of the crazy Scientology screaming, "What are your crimes?" I know. I think that's true for all of us, because that was, and those guys are still in, believe it or not. It's like you just go, God, hey, thank you. I am who you say I am. Merry Christmas, Tori. Thank you for that. That's sweet. I just saw it. Sorry, I missed it earlier. Yeah, that I think those guys, Dan Mernan is one of them. That's one of the guys. I know them. I know all of them, but I don't know all their names. But I know Dan Mernan because wait, it says that Dan guy looked like he had no soul, I think you mean. Yeah, thankfully, see, Osa was trying to get me to go over to Bunker's house with this picket sign that said awful things on it. And I said, look, first of all, Mark Bunker, he may be a critic, but he's a nice guy. And what you're saying on that sign, no, I'm not going to go stand out in front of his house with that stupid sign. No, find somebody else. So they did. They found Dan, and Dan went over there, and Bunker had him on his website for at least 10 years, at least. I mean, it was really funny. Okay, so Lord 69, yeah. Oh, wow, Dan. Hi, Sophie. Welcome to the clan. Evening, Tori. Sorry I'm late. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. That's right. It's probably closer to you than it is to us. We've got 5 days. I think you have 4. How was Dan? Was he a weird guy? No, he wasn't a weird guy. I didn't really know him that well, but he was just a volunteer. He was just one of those guys, and he bought Scientology stuff. I didn't, a lot of it. So that's why you don't see me being weird like that. I didn't ever do that. Hi, Tori. Heard it was a good day for Solomon. Oh, thank you, Charles. I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know. I've been wondering what happened with that. So that's good to know. Solomon is a 17-year-old young man who's been protesting with us, since last year. And he rides around on one of those, little motor things, scooters kind of thing. And he gets around, man. I mean, we've been down at the Big Blue, and then we'll go into Hollywood, and there's Solomon. He was at Big Blue. Now he's in Hollywood. It's like, how do you do that? I mean, it's impressive. It is. All right. Now guys are saying hi. Hi. Everybody's saying hi to Sophie. Good to see you, Sophie. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. I really do. And I want to thank all of you for being my friend and being here and coming on. Yeah, tonight I thought, I don't really, it's late. And I thought, I don't know, maybe it's too late to do it. Arrest warrants for ZDTs going to jail. Oh, thank God. Oh, that is good. Wow, look at the light there. That is good news. That is really, well, maybe I can put the little guys back. Wait, hang on. I'll put them back here. There they are. And here's his little girlfriend. There you go. Can you see him? Aren't they cute? That was really sweet of her to do that. Your Ohio pals, Jody and Ran. I've got to call them tomorrow and thank them. Anyway, I'm really happy about that, about Solomon. That is great news. And ZDT, for any of you who don't know him, he's been a complete and utter jerk on the internet and abusive to Solomon and his mother. I mean, awful, like threatening to rape them and, just like really awful things. It's creepy. It's amazing that he hasn't been put in jail sooner, I think. For someone that's saying that to a 17-year-old who's an underage person and his mother, and the mother, I mean, both of them came into court. I was there with them, and man, they kicked ass. They really did. They were very good. Aaron did a video about it a few hours ago. Okay, good. I'll check it out after this. So cute, Tori. I know, aren't they cute? They're very sweet. Of this Jody and Ran in Ohio. And they sent me the little white one, and she sent me something else. Like she just sent it to me, like a couple of days ago. But I know what it is. It's right here. That's why I can't think of it. She sent me this. Neutrogena. And here's the bummer. I'm locked out of my Amazon account, so I can't order anything to send anybody. So I don't know if you can go to my wish list or anything, because I think I'm locked out of it. But you're welcome to send me anything. I love getting fun things, and it doesn't have to be expensive things, but I love getting treats. It's really fun. 49ers for life. Can she not see you? That's weird. She can't? 49ers for life? Sophie, how come Tori can't see all my messages? Now, wait a minute. I can see your messages. Wait. All right, hang on. Let's go up. 49ers for life. That Dan guy looked like he had no soul. Now that, above it, you said, every time I think of Bunker, I always think of the crazy Scientology screaming, "What are your crimes?" Which I read both of those. So are there other ones that I'm missing? How was Dan? Was he a weird guy? I answered that already. That's so great. Arrest warrants, he's going to jail. When somebody's really evil like that, it's really a good thing. I remember when you and Mark and Jason, this is Janet Smith, Begay, met, and the couple who also had been in Scientology. I couldn't believe the stories. Yeah, I know. We get together and it's just unbelievable. It really is. To this day, that's how it is. Okay, Lord 69Z, so glad to have caught up with this live video, Tori. Thank you. I agree. It's really so positive to see this after so long. Good. I've been doing live videos. I have. Thank you. Who's this? Kim. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. As far as CDT, get him to jail, truly. All right, that's good, Sophie. I'm glad to hear that. So 49ers for life, I don't know, was there something that you said that I missed? How come Tori can't see all my messages? Well, what else am I missing? You got to tell me. Hang on. It's hard for me to do. This is the one thing that I haven't learned yet, is how to scroll up and down with this. It's not easy. As far as who actually votes in Clearwater, police endowment or not, I would think it's hard to beat them. Plus, was he even Democrat or Republican? Yeah, I'm not really sure on that. I'm not. That's a good question. AZ Crimson, I have many music videos about Tiny, but they aren't for everyone. Yeah, I hear you on that. And Sophie, sometimes Tori doesn't read everything, but most times she does. Okay. And Janet Smith, have to run. Have a very best Christmas. Bye, Janet. Have a wonderful Christmas. We love you. All right. And Moon and Stars, Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you. I think it's going to be a good Christmas. I do. And I think it's going to be a good year, despite what we think. I'm hoping I'm right. I really am. We need a good year. All right, let me unstick Sophie, who's here. There we go. There we go. All right, so do you guys have any questions that you want to ask me or anything that you want me to talk about? Because I already went over the vital targets. And if you didn't get it live, that's fine. I'm happy to have people make comments the next day. So please join me on that. I hope so too, Tori. I do too. I hope it's going to be a good year, one way or the other. It will. It has to be. That's just the way it is. Like the lady who did my nails said, we've all got to concentrate on happiness and joy. That's it. So that's the essence of it. Look at my thing. It's so funny the way it moves. Question, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? I have no idea. I've never watched Die Hard. So I don't know, but maybe someone here knows and they can answer. Comment, we make it good with our actions. 2005 will be great. Okay, I like that. See? That's good. That's very good. Thank you, Moon and Stars. And Heart Healer 44, I sure hope that 2025 will be okay. Let's make it better than okay. I think Moon and Stars has it right. It's going to be great. We'll just make it great. That's the way it is. And the rest of it, hey, yeah. Okay, witness. That's the truth, Tori. It has to be better than the roller coaster 2024. Amen. I mean, that was a weird, an unusual year. But we got a lot done. You got to admit that. As far as critics and Scientology, wow. I mean, just think last December, that's when they told that public guy, be careful, she's an top secret undercover CIA agent. And he was going to give him $5,000 until they said that. And I had told him, I said, be careful of them. They're liars and they hate me. And he came out and he goes, wow, they really hate you. And I said, I warned you. I mean, I know it. There's no reason to hate me. I'm not out there screaming, which I don't believe in. And I know from trying to handle the critics, people that are Scientologists don't listen to people screaming at you. It's just like if I just started screaming at you, would you listen? No, you'd either get mad or you'd leave. It's been a bad year for Scientology stats. It's been a great year for us, though. On this side, it's been a great year. And if you're in Scientology, feel free to leave. You do not, as much as Hubbard has built in traps, like I always remind people, when I first escaped out in 2000, I really did not think they did all this shit. I really didn't. And it was a shock to find out. It really was. Now, wait a minute. 49ers for life. Question. Thank you for putting that there. Question. Do you think the Scientology handler Grand Pathology Chris works for OSA? You mean, I don't know who that is. If it's not Confident Chris, I know he doesn't know. So I don't know. Oh, I think he's that old guy. He's like an older guy that's kind of around. I'm not sure, but he is, interestingly enough, around a lot, if it's the same guy I'm thinking of. Do you have any secrets to share about your work with the CIA? I'm sorry, I can't tell you. They'll have to kill me if I do. But that's a good question. Let's see. Moon and stars. The line between hate and love is very thin. We can change it at any time. Thank you. And please come on and remind us of that all the time. That is a good message. It really is. That the line between love and hate is very thin, and we can change it at any time. That's a good one. All right. Rockstar Grand. Hi. Happy New Year, Tori. It's been a terrible year for me. I'm sorry. I wish for a great year for all of us too. Yeah. I think a lot of people have had it's been a difficult year, but next year's going to be better. It is. Rocks. If you are okay with prayers, I will send some your way. Well, that's nice, Moon and Stars. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I think that's a good idea. My oldest brother fell and cracked his hip, and he's in a rehab center. So I posted on Facebook asking all my friends if they believe in prayers or sending wishes, to just kind of put it out into the universe that he'll heal, because he's in there to heal. That's the point. He's not going to get a what do you call it? Replacement hip. It's just cracked. It's not broken. Okay. Well, thank you, Moon and Stars. That's really nice. Witness. Wasn't that guy weird? Lost a girlfriend who talks too much with poofy hair? I don't know who that is. Is that the anti-Scientology protester? I don't know. He lost his poofy hair, girl. Okay, username unknown. You took your son with you when you left Scientology. I got him out before I left. I got him out before I woke up, actually. The first young man who killed himself that we knew was not Philip Gale. He was like the third. The first one was the Kasowitz, Jeremy Kasowitz, and he hung himself, and his mother found him in his garage. It was awful. And I took my son to SeaWorld, and I said, look, this is awful, but I've got to tell you. And so I told him, and I said, if you're thinking of killing yourself, you've got to know it's not going to be one suicide. It'll be two, because I'll be dead 5 minutes later. And he started laughing. He goes, don't worry, Mom, it's not in the cards. So I said, okay, good. So then I said, have a seat. And I said, look, I think this is my religion, but I was waking up, right? And I said, but if you don't want to do it, just say so. And that's it. And that's a very smart thing for parents. If any parents are listening, let your kids out of it. Because he said, no, I don't want to do it. I've watched you guys for years. You give the church all your money. You all have crummy cars. You live in kind of okay houses. And it's like, I don't want to do that. And I said, okay, then that's it. But don't tell anybody right now, because he was in high school. And I didn't want his friends to disconnect from him, which they ended up disconnecting from him anyway. But he disconnected from them too. I don't know if he disconnected from him, but he went to Europe. I sent him to Europe, to Oxford, and he realized there, I knew if I could get him out of America, he would realize there's a whole world out here, and there is. And a lot of you guys are from other countries, and you know that. So anyway, that's what happened. And he was out before me, and then I woke up, and there you go. You took your son. Okay. So there you go on that. Witness, I don't think he had a girlfriend. Oh, okay. It's 3 a.m. here. I got to head off. So happy to see you again, Tori, after so long. Thank you, Lord69Z, and thank you for your kind donation. And please come by again, okay? I mean it. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I want to see you more. And Moon and Stars, you too. I don't think I've seen you. I don't know that you're subscribed here, but I want you to be. I want everyone to, but I'm happy most of you, I think, are. But I would check to make sure that because YouTube is kind of unsubscribing people, I don't know why, on different channels. So just check and make sure. I'll definitely pray for your brother. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Moon and Stars. 49ers for life. I broke my pelvis 5 years ago, and it was the toughest thing in my life. Yeah, I know. I fell off my back porch and cracked my ankle off the bone. And it was awful. And then I had to get 2 hip replacements. It was like, yeah, I was like in repair for a long time. I hope your brother heals up well. I do too. I really do. It helps that you guys are at least caring about him. It does. 49ers, oh man, I hope you're recovering well. Yeah. If it was 5 years ago, you're probably doing good now. That's my guess. Okay, good night, Lord 69Z. Thank you, Sophie. And Heart Healer 44. I hope your brother heals quickly. Aw, thank you. I'm going to pass these on to him. All right, Verity. Night, everyone. If we don't meet again before Christmas, peace and love to all, and I'll see you in the new year. I'll probably be on before then, but if not, have a wonderful holiday. All right. There's a whole beautiful world out there. Just walk out the door. That's right. It really is. And it doesn't take anything. They cannot stop you. Just so you know, if you're in and you're watching this, I know they build in all these traps that you think you have to route out and you have to pay money and you have to do this. No. All you have to do is walk over to the nearest door, open it up, and walk out, and you're free. That's it. I know it sounds simple. It is. Okay. Now, you're just amazing. I am a lot from. Oh, I learn a lot from you. Thank you. I'm glad you do. I never know if I don't feel like I'm teaching you guys enough. But anyway, you guys got to let me know what you're interested in also. I'm going to eat this because my throat is being weird. I've got to go to the doctor and see an ear, nose, and throat doctor in 2025. Yes, Tori, I agree. Get outside the USA. It's changed me. Wow, witness, as well when I was young. See? Cool. Yeah. It really changed my son. It really did. It was like night and day. He fell in love with someone from Germany, and he really had a great time. I'm going to see him tomorrow night. Oh, you are subscribed, Moon and Stars. Just work crazy hours. I hear you. Is this too late for you? If you guys think another hour is better, let me know. Okay. Thank you for the hearts, Sophie, and ditto to you. What's crazy is my physical therapist was a Scientologist. She came with the IAS mug. Oh, how funny. Speaking of mugs, this is an all-time classic somebody gave me. Trust me, I'm a cult survivor. I think DOA gave me that when I first met him. I love that. That's wild, though, 49ers for life. That's really wild. Okay, Rockstar Grand. Thank you, guys. I'm definitely not religious, but I appreciate and accept any positivity that you can. You all are great. Yeah, we'll send good wishes. And, another thing that Oprah taught me, this is a good thing. I was watching her, this was years ago, but I was watching her and this young man came on and they showed a video of him with his mother. And he takes a puzzle and he just smashes it on the table. And the mom bends down to try to pick up the pieces and he smashes the chair into her. And, he just looks awful, right? In the next scene, he's sitting there with his mother very happily, very peacefully reading a book. And Oprah says, I've got to ask you, what happened? And he says, well, and I think he was only like 10, maybe younger. I don't know, but he was a very young cat. And he goes, well, I learned about white light. And Oprah said, oh my God, I use white light every morning. I get out of bed and I surround myself with white light. So that was kind of amazing right there. It's like a 10-year-old and Oprah, and they both do the same thing. It's both help them, right? So I'm like, wow. So I've been working on that. So then Oprah asks him, she goes, well, but what if you run into like really dark light, dark energy? And you know what he said? Well, you got to increase the white light. Oprah just cracked up. She was like, oh my God, you're right. I never thought of that. So anyway, you can try that. For someone that doesn't believe in prayer, just try using white light and surround yourself, make sure you keep creepy people away from you. That's number one. If they're like friends, but they're always, every time you leave, you feel like really crummy, 86. Time to say, bye, not my kind of friends. And then make friends that are kind and they care and they really care. And you care about them. And also the other thing is read books. There's a great book. I talk about it a lot, but it's helped me a ton. Excuse me. It's called The 4 Agreements. And it's a simple book, but it is powerful. It really is. I keep it right next to my bed. Excuse me. Okay, so Witness said, wow. All right. And Roxy Stan Grand said, I love that. Are you talking about you wow, and you love it about the white light? I hope you are. I thought it was really fabulous. Subscribe and hit like. Yeah, thank you, Kim. All right. Moon and Stars is so sweet, truly. Moon and Stars, anyone wanting to leave the cult, there is no such thing as debtor's prison. You can leave at will and be safe. Yeah. And that is absolutely true. And that's if you're in the Sea Org or public. You just have to walk out the door. That's it. You don't have to explain anything. They can try to talk you out of it. You can just say, I'm sorry, I'm done. And here's the next step. If you don't let me walk out the door, I'm calling the police. That's it. So walk out the door. If they don't let you, call the police. And call the police and say, look, I'm in a cult. They're keeping me here. I want out. And they'll let you out. And I'm telling you, sometimes you got to be hardcore with these guys. Just like when they wanted me to go over to bunkers, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. And it was. It really was. Okay. Tori, you have and do teach us a lot. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Let me keep going. Question. This is from Caring Cheerily. Okay. Question. As you go up the levels, do you then believe your superpower will cure all all ills and sickness that you might catch or develop? I can't speak for other people. They have people that promote that. Like Barry Klein would always say to me, oh, I was just down in the hospital. Mrs. So-and-so was, had a broken arm or something. And I went in there and did an OT7 session and fixed it. So this isn't Scientology. This is a Scientologist. And he's an FSM, meaning he's a field staff member, right? So he makes money on every time he gets somebody to go up the bridge. So by the time I got on OT7, they have part A, B, and C. And I did A, nothing about what he was talking about. B, nothing about what he was talking about. I get on C, and it's just one or two lines on new stuff to ask. And I said, where's the Barry Klein rundown? And she said, what are you talking about? And I said, about healing people. I was pissed. And she sent me to correction. And they took me into a room and they said, okay, here's the deal, Tori. This is the OT7. It's like this. This is OT7. That's it. Take it or leave it. It's like there's nothing more. And, they kind of really make it like that's what it is. You just have to work on it. So I think, okay. And I come back home, go to an event. And of course, somebody's up there going, well, Sophie handled her bursitis with OT7. And I think, well, if Sophie can do it, I should be able to do it. And that's what kept me going for 7 years. Just other people's quote unquote wins, which it turned out they were totally phony most of the time. Okay, so thank you. I just try to see the best in everyone and everything. You do, Moon and Stars, and your name is wonderful. I love it. That's really kind of you. It is. All right. And then Henna Catalyst. All right. It's very late on the East Coast, but I work late and stay up late. So it works for me. I'm in Central Time, so you don't come on here till around 2. Okay. Good. Well, I'm glad you're here. Sophie, okay, now I'm singing the Lou Reed song, White Light. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, I was blown away. I really was. Because I was in Scientology. I was way in Scientology on OT7, which remember, it's like a triangle. I was like up at almost the top. OT8 is the top. And it wasn't working. And here's Oprah and this 10-year-old kid with their white light. That helped me more than anything I did on OT7. It's like, what a ripoff. It really ticks me off. Freeloader bills are illegal. Absolutely. You don't owe them a dime. That's insane for people that work their asses off and then they're supposed to pay something? No. Okay. Great advice, Tori. I will work on all 3 of those things. I do have, I think you mean the book. Okay, good. Rockstar Grand. Good. I feel like if more people would be there with love and not yelling and screaming, more people would leave. I agree with you. I do. Not bashing the protesters, just a different approach. No, I agree. It's like you just have to think, if people were yelling at you, do you want to keep talking to them or do you want to walk away? I don't like to be yelled at. I really don't. It doesn't. I think people think it's going to go in your head, but I know from being a Scientologist and being out trying to handle them, and they were all screaming at me, I never heard a thing. It's like, I call it plexiglass, where it just bounces off of the plexiglass, and you just don't hear it. Sorry about that. I forgot my water. It's in the other room. I agree with you. All right. Tori, I love you using my name as an example. Okay, good. I hope I didn't mean to offend you. Moon and Stars, Philos. Be there with a hotel reservation and a little money for food so they feel safe to leave. Screaming at them won't make them feel safe. That's why I always say, give me a call. I'll come get you. I will. I've done it before. I have. And it's amazing. It is. Well, I agree. We have people protesting and people in cult recovery, possibly a bit of each instead. Yep. And Sophie said, I do agree. Yelling only enforces the outside world is hostile. And you go back in and Scientology goes, do you really want to hang with those people? And you go, no, you don't. I didn't. I really didn't. It wasn't against them. It was just, I don't want to be around people that are screaming stuff at me. 49ers for Life question. Thank you for asking me that. Did you refer to non-Scientologists as wogs? I did I think when I first got in 1969, because that's what everybody called them that. They were just wogs. But once I realized I just didn't like it. And this other guy, one time, we were in the academy levels, studying the academies, which is the lower part of the bridge, as an auditor. And this guy said, look, now this is a little weird too, but I agreed with him on the wog thing. He said, I don't like the word wog. It's too much of a put down. So I call people pre-Scientologists. And that was a little freaky too. It was like, okay, so everyone's automatically a pre-Scientologist. But I don't know. I did use it, but I never really liked it. And I don't know. I think I started calling them non-Scientologists rather than wogs because I just felt like it was weird. I didn't know it was a racial term until I got out. Okay, so I'm biting my thing. Sorry. Did you? Okay. So I hope that answered it. 49ers for Life. Irish Smart. Hi, lovely Tori and Chad. Hi, thanks for coming. Moon and Stars. Philo. I grew up with an abusive father. When men scream, I shut down. I shine. Some cult members feel the same. Yeah. I think I read that right. I shine. Some cult members feel the same. No, I I had a funny thing. It only happened one time, but I remember it. My dad was a great guy. He wasn't abusive, but one time he got mad at me, and I'm very sensitive. And so I went and hid underneath the table. And he started out, Corey, come out of here. And of course I'm like, no, I'm not coming out. You're too mean. Because he normally wasn't mean. So for him to be mean to me was like, forget it. So, he actually just got kinder and kinder and kinder. And finally was like, look, I love you. Please come out. I'm sorry for getting mad at you. It was really kind of a great moment for both of us. But anyway, it made me think of that. Oh my God, Dory, my cat just got into a massive fight. Yikes. Witness, go get your cat. AGP belittling that guy in the wheelchair was not cool. AGP is not on my list for that reason. Not just that, but as long as I've known him. He arrived when Anonymous arrived. And Anonymous and I were there protesting, and he came charging up to one of the security guards right up to their face and just started screaming at them. And I said, whoever this guy is, he is not with Anonymous. He is either with the Office of Special Affairs or he is here to get money. But he is not the same as we are. And he's really proven that. I've told him many times, stay out of my videos, because he'd come when I was protesting and I'd say, stay away from me. And the last time I talked to him, he said, Tori, they were filming me the whole time. And I said, of course they were filming you, because you're standing there screaming into their quote unquote church. Whether we think it's a church or not, they have their rights and you are violating them, and they're going to nail you at some point. And they did for a long time. That's why we haven't seen him. And I can't believe he's out now doing more knucklehead stuff. Anyway, enough of that. Yelling is abusive. It is. Absolutely. Heart Healer 44. Okay, girl. Go get my water. Yeah, I know. No, it's okay. It's all right. Well, wait, no need for you. I'm not uncomfortable. It's a weird thing that I have to handle in 2025. Any yelling is not good. My attention, I have zero voice for screaming. Yeah, me neither. I don't like to scream. I imagine some cult members feel the same. I'm tired and not typing right now. Okay. All right. Um, okay. Well, you don't have to type. We're happy that you've been here for as long as you've been here. I'm sorry that that's happened, and I understand. Okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Sophie. So please clarify it. Um, narcissist abuse is similar to high demand cult control, in my opinion. Yeah, I think you're right. I do. All right. And Heart Healer, it is definitely Sophie said. And here's Moon and Stars. Philo. I don't know what philo means. You have to let me know what philo means. I know it's short for something, but I'm not sure what. He worked for LAPD, your dad did, and was very much in the in the pocket of COS. Interesting. It was sad and hard to watch. Still have a family member we can't find. Oh, my father now disconnected, but I wish he would have. You wish he would have disconnected, or you wish something else? I'm not sure on that, if that was the end of it or not. But I'm sorry. That's. I mean, it's probably better if he's abusive. It's probably better you're away from him. But you sure turned out good for somebody who's been with an abusive father. I mean, honestly, I know quite a few people who've been with abusive parents, and a lot of them are a mess. You know, it's a rough hoe. So you really came through it. Good for you. I hope the cat's okay. Yeah, me too. Oh, I got the cat. Okay, this is Witness. He was fighting a raccoon. Ooh, God, at the patio door. What a racket. Yeah, and they can be mean too. Raccoons can. Hi there, Tori and Chad. Hi, Cricket Cinema. Thank you for coming. That's really intense. I'm glad you're a beautiful person who sees and speaks positively. Me too. I know she's talking about Moon and Stars. Okay. And JB808, hi, Tori, just jumping in with Midnight with Magoo. Thank you for jumping in. Thank you for saying hi. And Merry Christmas. And Moon and Star says it means Sophie just didn't want to type it all out. Oh, it means Theosophy. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry, Tori. I was responding to Moon and Stars. Don't be sorry. I think they called me Philo. Oh, I see. You're Philo. Oh, okay. Good morning, you all from Copenhagen. Hi, Jesper. Wait a second. Wait, Jesper. Thank you. All right. And Moon and Stars. Well, my father, he's dead, so that helps. Sorry, not sorry. I know. I know that drill, and that's the way it is. You know, it's the nice thing. I have a sign in my hall that when you come out of my bathroom, and it says, "It's never too late to have a happy childhood." Because I met so many people. I mean, I did have a great childhood, but I've met so many people that didn't. And so I got that sign for them, you know, and it's like, just to remember, you know, it's never too late to have a happy childhood. You know, you can enjoy everything. All right, now, all right, well, hi, Cricket. Cricket saying hi. All right. Hi, Sophie. Thanks for helping to hold down the fort. True. She is good at it. I'm listening while working, so I'm not observing the chat. Please don't think I'm being a snob. Don't worry. I'm the same. A lot of times I pop in and say hi, and then that's it. I end up getting into other stuff. Moon and stars, I have a sign that says, Lord, keep your arm around my shoulder and your hand over my mouth. Aw, interesting. I know I have a bunch of different signs. I mean, another one I love is leap and the net will appear. Because when I left Scientology, you had to make the leap. That was it. And I did. And I got free. But if I hadn't made the leap, it wouldn't have happened. Okay, and Sophie, I'm glad your cat's okay. Yeah, me too for witness. that especially because it was with a raccoon, because boy, they can really be mean. They can. Yeah, I know. The leaf in the net will appear. It's a really cool sign. They sell them. I've seen them in other places. The other one I have is in my kitchen. I have, what if the hokey pokey really is what it's all about? I'm into like little messages. I had to, because I was like so sad when I first left. It was just, I was so alone. It was so unusual. And it took a lot. So I bought these different signs that, like, I have, I don't do mornings because I don't. And so I got that one. I don't do mornings, and don't dance with mean men, I don't know, just goofy ones. And the other one I have is the one about the caterpillar. And I love that. Raccoons have a creepy scream. Really? I've never heard that. Just fly and the wind will pick up. That's a good one. Was in my mom's house for years before she passed. That's a good one. Just fly and the wind will pick up. I love that. Okay, geesh, Soph. I thought it was inside. Thank goodness there was a patio door between them. Woo! Yeah, that's a lucky one. You know what happened to me one time? Do you know what are they called? They're big, they're really ugly, and they're out in the street. They're like street things. And one of them came in my kitchen. It wasn't a raccoon. It was I forget the name of it, but they're big. They're big, and it was in my kitchen trying to get food. And I just freaked out. I said, "Get out of here!" And I chased it all the way down the block, and it went. Do you remember the Ninja Turtles? It went right into the sewer thing, and then you could see its eyes like it was out, just like the Ninja Turtles. It was really funny. Anyway, yeah, I didn't know they scream. I've never heard them scream. Sorry, I will stop talking and let others have a turn. Thanks for being here for so many of us. You're welcome, Moon and Stars. I love everything you're saying. Don't feel like you have to stop. It's fine. A possum. That's it, Louis. Thank you very much. That's it. A possum. And I wouldn't have been able to think of that for the life of me tonight. Yeah. And they're spooky. I mean, they are. And what happened was we had our back door open. This was back when I was married and still in Scientology. And my husband was out doing something. And I was here by myself. And I heard this rattling around in my kitchen. And I thought, what the hell is that? And I go in and there's this possum. And of course, he freaks out, or she, whichever it was. They freak out when they see me. And I freak out seeing them. And it's like, get out. And I really don't have a problem with most animals, but that was freaky. I didn't like that. And the other time that was weird was we were in Florida. We lived in Florida for a couple of years. Awful years. And an alligator was in our backyard. And that I knew you have to call a special 800 number. And they came right away and pick it up, and they handle it. They do. They say, don't even try it. Don't say anything to them. Just give us a call. This is JB808. I was watching a video with you and Tony Ortega around the time Andreas passed away. you mentioned the saying similar to "in my heart." Yeah. Ha- have you felt his presence since his passing? I have a little bit. Yeah. Not, I wouldn't say a lot, but I talk to him all the time. So, whether he's really there or not, I don't know. But yeah, what it is was when I first woke up, I was in my house on my computer talking to Andreas, and he was just so wise. And I had no one. Who am I going to talk to? And so I asked him, I said, could I just come sit in your heart and just hang in your heart? And he said, yes. And so for years, all over the place, I would write IYH in your heart. And it's amazing because I had a very happy marriage, but I never said that to my husband. Not ever. I never even thought it. I mean, but of course I was happy. So it wasn't like I needed somewhere to go. You know what I mean? I was with him and I was happy, but it was very sweet that Andrea said, yeah, I could come stay in his heart. So when they had that thing with the earth where you could write stuff on, I don't know, I don't even remember how to explain it, but it was something about earth and writing. And I put the IYH in it in big letters. Yeah, it was really cool. I put it all over the place. But that's what it is, in your heart. Oh my God, that's hard out, Tori. You guys have some weird animals over there. I know, but you guys do too in New Zealand. Let's face it. And Moon and Stars said, my dad brought home, wow, 9 opossums, babies, when I was about 10. They were so cute. Yeah, that would be different with little babies. This thing was big. It wasn't a baby. JB808, that was a touching conversation. Which one was that? We've had about 15 of them since you mentioned that. So tell me which one was a touching conversation. Just put what's easiest for you, but that was a touching conversation, ... either Tori, or if you're talking to Sophie. And if it's me, ... what was it about? Because I'm not sure, the light, like white light or something like that. Something so that I go, oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. You need merch that says, can I hang out in your heart? Aw, that's a good idea. Can I hang out in your heart? I don't know that I'd want to hang out in everybody's heart. It was Andreas. It was his wisdom and his kindness that I wanted to be in his heart. I really did. And I hung out there a lot. All right. Thank you, Sophie. I know it is kind of beautiful. This is the first time I've ever talked about it, ever. I don't think I ever told anybody at all. Even my closest friends, I haven't told anybody that story. So you guys heard it first. There you go. And you are IMH. See, there you go. That's it. That's exactly it. You are IMH. Isn't that doesn't that feel good? And you can come in my heart too. It's a very sweet thing. Raccoons are everywhere in LA. Yeah. I know. I saw a bunch of them, and there's a bunch of them. They go together. I saw about 8 of them 2 nights ago, and they were like, I think it was a mother and then probably 6 or 7 babies, but they were all going across the street, and I thought, God, I hope they're okay. It was like spooky. JB808, sorry, touching conversations equals you regarding Andreas. Thank you. I know we had a wonderful relationship. We really did for a long, long time. It was really hard for me when I found out that he only had 2 years to live. It was like, oh man, that's not fair. But it's hardest for his partner. That's really hard for him too. He was an awesome person. He helped a lot of people, and he's still helping people because we kept his Xenu.net is up. That's for anybody who hasn't seen it. I think most of you guys have. But this is Andreas's site that he created, and I highly recommend studying it because it's got lots of facts that are just awesome. I mean, they really are. They're just incredible. And, it's got personal stories and books and articles that have been written. I mean, he spent years. I mean, I think he spent 22 years collecting, maybe even more, because he created it before I left. That's how I found him. I was searching Scientology, and I came up with this Xenu.net. And I remember calling Osa going, "What the hell is this? Why haven't you guys gotten this down?" And they said, "We're working on it, Tori. Believe me, we're working on it." And I thought, because Xenu, like now everyone knows that word, but back then it was like no one knew it. And this is how much Scientology didn't want it known. You have to get the Xenu, like Scientology is a triangle, and the big money starts about here. It's just the top triangle of the whole big triangle. So their big money is OT3 and above, which is Xenu. So they didn't want anybody to hear about it because they knew. I mean, I think Hubbard knew if people knew what it was, they wouldn't pay for it. It's like, come on, are you kidding me? But so when Larry Wallersheim was suing them, they literally had, I did it for one day. I only did it for one day, but they asked me to go down there and check out all the transcripts at 8 a.m. And they said, you have to sit on it all day. So if you're sitting on it, no one else can check it out, because in the transcripts was the word Xenu. And they didn't want anybody to see that, because once they can see it, they could put it in the newspaper and then it'd be all over the place. That's how freaky they are about, the media, like the thing I read to you. Thank you for explaining that, JB808. Andreas was really an awesome person. I agree, Sophie. Question. Thank you for asking that, Moon and Stars. What one memory in C of S stands out the most? Joining, leaving, or something in between? God, I don't know. I have so many memories, good and bad, but mostly good. I would say probably me getting married and giving birth to my son. Those are my two favorite things that happened. As far as Scientology kind of things, even though we got married at Celebrity Center, so it was a Scientology wedding, and it was the kind I like. I didn't want a big fancy wedding. I just wanted a simple wedding, and so it worked out perfectly. But I would say that, and joining, walking up, hitchhiking. I hitchhiked from Chicago to Asho here in LA. And I walked up to it and I thought, are you kidding me? Here's these giant pictures of Hubbard. I thought he looks like Adolf Hitler. So that was one weird thing. All these Sea Org guys are marching around in their uniforms. And back then they wore Navy uniforms. And I had been a hippie in San Francisco fighting the Vietnam War for 2 years. So I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't exactly my tribe. And they had these big org boards up with all these organizations and stuff like that. And hippies aren't really known for being super organized. So it just wasn't really my crowd. And I should have just said, not my gig, and left. But, I've told this story, but I ended up calling my friend who'd said, just go in and ask for John Hildebrand. He's on the big course. So I did. I walked in and I said, I want to talk to John Hildebrand. He's on the big course. And she said, you can't. He's on a course. He'll call you at 10:30. So the guy had given me a name of somewhere I could stay. So I hitchhiked out to where that was. And I don't even know this guy. This is like, it's 1969. It was very weird. So we're there, we get stoned. We think, oh yeah, right, the guy's going to call you at 10:30. And we're laughing, we're on the floor, we're, just goofing around, having fun. And all of a sudden the phone rings at 10:32. And I pick it up and I go, it's the guy. And we're like freaked out. And he goes, okay, this is John. I'm going to come give me your address. I'm going to come out and I'll get you. And again, we get stoned and we think, yeah, sure, the guy's going to drive all the way out here in the valley to come get you and bring you back there. But he did. He came and he got me and he brought me back. And he just asked me, well, what do you want to do? Why are you interested in Scientology? And I wanted to be an auditor. That was it. That's why I came. I wanted to help people. So I told him that, and he goes, all right. Because I asked him about the pictures, and he goes, don't worry about that. That's just pictures of Hubbard. What about the Sea Org marching around in the uniforms? And he goes, that's the Sea Org. That's not us. We're auditors. And he said, tell you what, let's go meet the auditors. So, and back then there were like 100 people that were outside of ASHO hanging around. So we went out and talked to them. And I remember the second that I turned off my critical thinking. And I thought, I don't care what these people do. I want to be one of them. I do. And I just fell in love with them. I did. Some of them are some of my best friends to this day. And, the people that you see are not like how we were. It's just different. It is. All right. So now, my eyes are getting blurry now. That's the one memory. Okay, the link to Tori protesting Scientology with Andreas. That's a great link. That is a great protest. I mean, Andreas truly, he shows how great he is in that one protest. I don't know if it'll be possible, JB808 says, but I would love to see a reunion with you. Wise Beard Man, Jesse Prince, and Stacy Brooks. I'm so grateful that you and Bunky are still posting videos. Yeah, me too. I am too. I was almost done with it after COVID. I just, during COVID, I just thought, I'm not going to talk about Scientology. People are all worried about living and dying and stuff. So I didn't. And then when things got back to normal, everybody online had learned how to post all those flashy pictures. And here's Hemet and here's David Miscavige and all this stuff. And I didn't know how to do that. So I thought, okay, I'm done. I've said everything anyway, so I'm done. And then I saw the kids, my friend Andreas, who I told you, Andrew, who lives in Hollywood. And he used to work right next to the testing center at the Egyptian Theater. And he called me and he said, Tori, go to TikTok and type in Jessica Palmadessa. And I said, Andrew, I don't go to TikTok because I didn't know. I still don't know how to use it, really. And I said, I don't go to TikTok. And he said, okay, listen to me carefully. And I knew Andrew knows me. And he said, go to TikTok and click on it and type in Jessica Palmadessa. And I did. And I thought, oh my God. I saw her in Streets LA. And I thought, oh my God, these guys are fantastic. And they were. And I wanted to meet him. And so I went with Drew, who's my friend that we've been protesting for years. And I said, let's see if we can find the kids. So we went to the testing center. They weren't there. We went to CC. They weren't there. So then we went to L. Ron Hubbard Way, and there they were. This was a year ago, almost exactly. It was like, wow. It was such a mind blower. And I asked Jessica, I said, will you come to my house and teach me how to do this? And she goes, sure. So we did an interview, which is on YouTube, our very first interview that we did together. And we have to do a part 2 this year, we decided. But anyway, I immediately, and then DOA came over and set up PayPal and Cash App and, different things where I could get some money. And he was like, I can't believe you have been speaking and making videos. I had 1,000 videos up. And he said, I can't believe you made this many videos and you've never made money. He said, these people wouldn't do it for one video if they weren't making some money. So then he started talking to his group and come on, chip in. It was really great. It was really great. It was really fun. And Laura FM was with them. And I could tell they were falling in love. She was in love with him. he, I think, wasn't quite sure then what he was going to do. It wasn't that he didn't love her. It was just he wasn't sure if I don't know. I wasn't. He just, you could tell he wasn't sure, but he is now. They're together. So anyway, that's kind of fun. But that was a fun time. Now I'm still trying to get this thing. Darn it! I can't get it. I don't. I don't get why it is so difficult. Okay, let's see. Let's put this here. What does it say? Oh, that's the one where you want to do the reunion. Yeah. Oh, here you go. Here we go. I know. I would love to do that too. I haven't talked to Stacy in years, so I don't know where she is. Jesse might, and Bunker, unfortunately, is in Florida. So that's where that gets tricky. I feel like they raised me on my wait. Oh, JB808 said that. Okay, wait, I don't get, now it won't go up. Now I can't get the, oh, there we go. Okay, now we got it. Okay. So there's the link to Andreas. And JB808 says, oh, the thing about us getting it together. I'd love to do that. I would. And Stacy, if you hear this, call me, because we do need to get together. We do. Moon and Stars, okay, merch, OTC level 3 equals Xenu. No. This was a fun thing, and I think that we should do it again. When I first was waking up, the critics had created these different SP levels. And, it's like if you came out and spoke, it was SP1 and whatever. They gave me an honorary SP3. And they said, Magoo, you're the worst Scientologist we've ever known. So we're giving you an honorary SP3. And right away, I was still in. I hadn't totally woken up. And I said, no. I can't accept that. And I shut down my computer. That was it. I'm done. And then I was vacuuming around my house. And I kept thinking, honorary SP3. And I kind of got just the humor of it. Do you know what I mean? Instead of Scientologists like, you're a declared suppressive person, Tori, and you're really, really evil, which is, their way of doing it. But these guys, it was just all fun and games. And I ended up being SP13 with a cumulative cluster. They gave me that because I went to court and I won. And so after that, I was SP13 with a cumulative cluster. I think that's really funny. But anyway, Moon and Stars, that one wouldn't communicate. I got to have stuff that'll communicate to everyone, and OTC, I don't know what OTC is right away. Level 3 and Xenu is ZENU. Let me show you this Xenu.net just so you get it. See, that's Xenu, XENU.net. In that, I really recommend people, if they do merch, they put that on it because it's a great website. I mean, go to it yourself and see, but to me, it's really good. Okay, so I feel like they raised me on my anti-Scientology journey. Okay. Well, that's cool. And Moon and Stars in 67. Oh, wait. My mother was on the Pasadena Playhouse. She was approached and almost fell for it. The best. Wow. The best I remember. Good. I'm glad she didn't. I'm really glad she didn't. Hi, Neverin Aaron. I remember you from the other night. All right. Andreas is brilliant in that footage. Yeah, it's really worth watching. He's really great. And 42 audits Ireland. All right. Yay. Merry Christmas. Hi, Tori. Ooh, love again from the Netherlands. Thank you, Peter. and Margot Van Essen. That's a cool name. Okay. And JB808, really random comment. If you, pardon me, still keep in touch with Denver J, please send him well wishes. I really enjoyed your energy. Okay, I will, because I haven't been able to get in touch with him lately, so I don't know if he changed his phone number or what. But now I'm going to try it again. I know I miss him. I really do. Let me just write it down. Okay, I will try it. I'll let you know if I get through to him. All right, now I got to adjust my eyes again. All right. Okay, good. Moon and stars. So you got the spelling. That helps. And why do so many people online spell it Xenu? That's how Hubbard spelled it. That's how it's spelled. That's actually how it's spelled. It's not with a Z. It's with an X. Don't ask me. I mean, the guy was crazy. You know, who knows what he was doing. He made me get off my medicine for epilepsy, and he was taking medicine, I found out after I got out. What a jerk. Moon and stars answers. Oh, I see. I was spelling. Okay. All right. And witness says, Sophie, that sounds like a psych DSMS diagnosis. I don't know what that is. Okay. And Sophie said, witness. Oh my God, it does. All right. I'm lost on that one. He was a huge hypocrite. He was. He really was. He really, really was, especially in the medical area. So ticked me off. But that's the way it is. I'm getting along. I'm making it. Well, anyway, it's now, we've been on for an hour and a half, so it's time to go to bed for me. So Merry Christmas to all of you. If I don't talk to you, I mean, tomorrow night I'm going out with my son. I think Sunday we might do something. So it's a maybe with Drew. Drew and I might do something, but we'll see. And I think the rest of the time, I don't know, we'll just see if I where things are at. But if I don't talk to you before Christmas, have a wonderful Christmas. And if you celebrate Hanukkah, have a happy Hanukkah. And overall, just remember what my nail lady said, happiness and joy. That's what we have to concentrate on. There you go. So there you go, happiness and joy. I'm about to hit the like, rewind, and replay this stream. Good night, everyone. All right, good night, JB808. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all, Moon and Stars said, and Irish Mart. Merry Christmas, Tori in chat. And I know you all are saying that to each other. So I love you all. I thank you all. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday. All right, there you go. For now, this is me in Burbank, California, saying adios.